Let's make sure that you never lose your connections ever again with Microsoft Fabric. So we're going to use Workspace Identity in order to authenticate against a Key Vault or anything else. In this case, we'll show a Key Vault. Because if you do not use Workspace Identity, all your notebooks and your pipelines, they will run under your user account. Now, what happens if you lose access to your account? The pipeline fails. What happens if you go away from the company? The pipeline fails. So we need to figure out something, and that something is Workspace Identity. Let's dive right into my laptop to show what this actually means. All right, so here we are in Microsoft Fabric. We're looking at that Fabric Guy workspace. And first of all, we want to create a workspace identity for this workspace. So what we do is very simple. We go to Workspace Settings, we go to Workspace Identity, and we click on Create Workspace Identity. A workspace identity now has been created. There is no name and there's no role. This is a bit strange, especially the name is a bit strange. Let's refresh the page. And let's see what is now going on after refreshing. So the name is now active, it's that Fabric Guy, so the name of the workspace identity is the same as the workspace itself. Now let's add our new workspace identity to this workspace. We go to add people and groups, and we're actually not adding people nor a group. We are adding a workspace identity with the name that Fabric Guy, and we find this app right here, and let's make that a member. All right, so now we're set up, and if we go to workspace identity again, we can now see that the role is workspace member. This is fine. This is looking good. Now, earlier I showed a Key Vault integration demo. It's in an earlier video. And let's open that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a pipeline that executes this notebook. And we're going to run that through not my username. And we can run this function here to actually figure out what username is being active. We're going to run it through the workspace identity, and that's what I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds. Right after I show that indeed bas.kimura.nl is being used here for the execution of this notebook right now. And it should not be bas.kimura, it should be that Fabric Guy. So in here we will do a couple of different things. Let's execute, oh wait, I forgot to include requests and JSON. All right, let's do this again. And here it will fetch a hard-coded token, it will fetch data, and then it will fetch from Key Vault. It will fetch the same token from Key Vault. And then here it will put in the token that is coming out of the get secret function in Notebook Utils. Now, in order to do this, not from my user account authenticating against Key Vault and then getting the token in order to retrieve data, we need to actually figure out how to have that Fabric Guy as the workspace identity authenticate against Key Vault. So let's jump to the next one, and we will see that we are in our Key Vault settings right here. Now, if we go to secrets, we will find that there is only one secret, and this is just a demo Key Vault, so there is nothing much in it. Here's the MB secret that we are fetching. Now, in order to find our workspace identity, let's go back here. Now, in order to find the workspace identity, first let's remove all the cell outputs from here, then close the session, and then close the notebook. Now we go to workspace settings again. Workspace identity. We will find the app ID starting with E93, ending at 11D0. So we go to access control in our Key Vault. We click on add role assignment. We will find the role assignment secret officer, because the secrets officer can work with all the secrets in the Key Vault. We go next, and we are looking for a service principal, because a workspace identity is really a service principal. And from here we can look for that Fabric Guy. Here it is. We click select. And now we will find this object ID. It's a different object ID, by the way. It's AC67. That's the ID of the identity, AC67 here. So that is matching. We click next, and we click review and assign. Now this thing is added. So let's head back over to Fabric. We go here, we go to our pipeline workspace identity, and this is an empty pipeline. And ooh, this is zoomed in way too much. Let's click pipeline activity, and we will look for notebook because we're going to execute a notebook. I don't care about the name for now. We will click on that Fabric guy, and it will actually work with the bug that is in here when using Apple Safari. You should use Chrome or Edge or something with features like these. But then again, we can find the notebook name, which is called Key Vault something. We will click the first one, and it will show us Key Vault demo. Now, if we save the pipeline like this and we do not do anything, the pipeline will run using my user credentials, and it will pass my user credentials into the notebook that it's going to start from here. So it's very important that we actually set a connection to the notebook running as the workspace identity. Now there are no notebook connections here whatsoever, so we can click Browse All. We click Notebook. We click Workspace Identity Notebook. And the authentication kind is Workspace Identity. And that's it. I have to scroll here because I zoomed in for you guys. And there we are. Now this connection is now running as the workspace identity. So we can go back here. We're going to save our changes, and now the notebook should run not under my user credentials, but under the workspace identity. Let's figure out if that's actually going to work. Okay, now after starting, the notebook seems to be running in progress. So that's actually cool. From here, we can click on the activity name, and we can click on the snapshot. It will open a new tab, and it should open the notebook snapshot of the notebook that we're actually running right now. All right, so apparently running username does not work when running from a workspace identity. Seems to be the case. Okay, that's fine. I was only using that to, yeah, it has something to do with the delegation. That's actually cool. We see that the submitter of the notebook is actually the AC67, and get username doesn't work. Okay, so we have to get back here and then actually go to the workspace, go to the Key Vault demo. From here, we will find this cell and remove it. I'm happy with that. Let's save it. I mean, I was going to use that to prove that we were running as workspace identity. Now let's run the pipeline again. I was going to prove the workspace identity, but we can actually look at the submitter of the notebook execution in order to figure out who is actually running that notebook. It should be the AC67 blah 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 ID there. All right, let's see if this is going to work. We are in progress, so we should now be able to follow along. We still see here the submitter is AC67. That is the workspace identity. That's all looking very good. And we are, I mean, this is now succeeded and the output is being generated. Let's wait a few seconds for that. Okay, this works because this is a hard-coded solution. That's fine. And then also the version through Key Vault actually worked. So we have now proven that we can submit a notebook through workspace identity and have the workspace identity log into our Key Vault. And the problem that this solves is that it is not depending on my user account, because if I leave the company, if I log out of all my active sessions, all these connections will be broken. And using the connections in Microsoft Fabric with workspace identity, we can actually make sure that there is this service account that is running all of our connections. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and follow the channel. That's very important that you follow my channel. And I'll see you next week when I will be teaching you about Microsoft Fabric again. Ciao, ciao.